Hey everybody, NarutoFanFB here.
Welcome.
Andy.
John.
Happy 2013. Yeah, but
hope you all have a good new year, and hopefully great things to come for all of you.
And hopefully a lot of new good stuff for Naruto and NarutoFanFB.
Big plans.
Huge.
Biggest.
Giant.
It's like
enormous.
Wind Rasengan Shuriken big.
Yeah.
Yeah. So today, since we're on a couple week break from the manga, we thought we'd do a reflexive look at Naruto for 2012.
Yeah.
Some of the bigger moments we have, like some of the bigger surprises. Talk about it a little bit. Say like, oh, these are the moments that were big for us, and hopefully maybe same for you guys. And if we've forgotten anything, it's not because we forgot; it's because we didn't care. So
we came up with a list. Top 10 moments in Naruto for 2012. Mm-hmm. We did rank them. Obviously,
everyone's gonna have personal opinions about it.
It's an opinion. We debated. We actually didn't agree on a lot of the things at first, and then after hearing each other's sides, I think we can come up with a pretty solid list of the most important parts of Naruto for 2012, and in a decent order. And I think that once you hear our reasoning behind a lot of it, you'll agree with us too.
One thing I think we should point out first is, like, just so people have a reference point of what this year was. We're starting with the first manga of 2012, which was Naruto meeting the Four Tails, the monkey.
Yeah, Son
Goku. Said that right this time. All right. Yeah. So yeah, that's where we're starting, and then everything after that has been this year. So I mean, we started off saying like, oh my God, Jiraiya's death was a huge moment this year. Yeah. That was like 300 chapters ago.
It's crazy when you actually look at the stuff that's happened in this year. It's like
it feels like so fast.
Yeah, it feels
like I can't believe this happened. Yeah. So we're gonna get right into it.
All right. So we're gonna start from 10 and then go up to 1 because start with 1. It's like fuck it. Why do I care?
Why do people do that? Why not they just go 1 to 10? Because 10's higher. 10's greater.
Yeah.
It's like 10. I don't know.
Anyway.
So moment number 10.
Perfect Sasunu. We picked that because first, it was the first time that we really got to see like something new, especially because it was from Madara. Like this is something we've never heard about, never seen. We've seen Sasunu before, but
we didn't expect it.
Yeah, we didn't expect it, and the level of destruction that Sasunu is on, Perfect Sasunu is on, really just shows the level that Naruto needs to reach to actually even
stand a chance against Madara. And also kind of thinks possibly where Sasuke may lead later on.
Yeah.
So that's a big moment.
There's a reason they showed Perfect Sasunu. They don't show you something like that one time and then we're never going to see it again. I think that Sasuke will achieve that level. So there was a little bit of foreshadowing in Perfect Sasunu.
Yeah. Like even Edo Tensei, that took 400 chapters to come back, but I mean it's a huge pop. You didn't think it was going to be that big. Yeah, and all of a sudden it's like, wow, this is really important.
Like the biggest part of that
war.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's a good point. Number 9, the man who knows everything.
We picked the man who knows everything because, once again, it's a foreshadowing tool. Like, great things to come from this.
We didn't expect it. It was something interesting that came about, and it's And the reason why it's number 9 and it's not higher on the list is that because we don't really know what it's about yet. It could fall flat, but it could be amazing.
This could be the biggest thing for 2013.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it could also just be a small thing that influences Sasuke's actions. So yeah, it's definitely something to watch out for and be excited about. But it just wasn't enough to really be in even the top 5, in my personal opinion, I guess.
We agree. Yeah. We agreed at least. We start arguing towards the better parts, like the top parts of the list. So let's move on. Number 8.
Naruto and Hinata's connection, holding hands, love thing. Blah.
Now, this isn't a very surprising moment for 2012, but I think it is a very major moment because it's something that at least I know I've been talking about for a while, and I'm thinking a lot of other guys have been talking about too.
There's been so much little moments between Naruto, but never any hey,
concrete.
I like you, you like me. Okay, let's go out. There was no them even talking about it. So it was nice for the fans, at least. I think that's one of the reasons why
it's a fan service.
Yeah,
is what it
was just oh my God, finally! When they they held hands, it was it's taking you long enough, Naruto.
It's like, well, since the pain arc, it's just like, I love you, or like, I really care about you, and it's like, we're gonna talk about this later.
Even before that, like, back in just Naruto, and when Hinata was like hiding behind everything and like running from Naruto, like so long to get to this point, but it was finally there.
It's not as concrete as maybe some people wanted, maybe even what I wanted, but it's nice for it to be there.
And it's things to come.
Yeah. So number 7 is the character shift from Ninetales to Kurama and the Ninetales cloak. And Ninetales cloak kind of came up a little earlier, but like the full on
the like
version.
Sage the Sixth Path looking cloak. And some people might not agree with us here and think that it should be higher on the list, but in my opinion, I didn't think that the power shift was that great. It was just more of a emotional and connection thing between Naruto and
it was a character progression.
Yeah, it wasn't like, oh my god, he's so strong now no one can even touch him. It wasn't because he gained pretty much all the powers he needed when he was when he forcefully took the chakra from Kurama. But now that he has Kurama's permission and they're working together, it's just it's a lot of character growth, but it's just character growth. Like Kurama's not on their side now. And
so we can do number 6 now.
Yeah,
number 6 is the Ten Tails. Huge moment. I mean, like this is what like the manga's been building up with since Akatsuki's really been introduced.
And the reason why it's 6, and I know some people be like, how is that not like number 3? Like that was so important in terms of what it brought to the story right now. It's not really anything. It's a force of nature right now. Yeah, Madara and Obito are controlling it.
Like it's an integral part.
Yeah.
But it's like we kind of we saw it coming. Like we said, like these are moments that we think are important, that surprised us, and that like are going to be lasting moments. So yeah, maybe it's going to be a huge important plot point. But what I'm saying is like we kind of saw this coming for a long time.
Like it wasn't like when it happened, nobody was like, oh my god, it's
Ten Tails. Who saw that coming? I didn't see that coming.
It was kind of like I expected it at some point. I wasn't sure if it was going to be now or later, but it's here, and it's not like the Ten Tails was revived and they vanished and then they were forming a plan. Like it's still here. It's kind of just shooting beams out, and like not that that's not enough for me right now. It's just in terms of the show, it doesn't really show any direction. It's not like Madara's absorbed it and become the Jinchuriki.
And that might be bigger moments come 2013. That might be on the list then.
But these are top 10. There's been a lot of moments in Naruto, so it's saying something that
these are the best moments of like the year. Like it's when they do like lists. It's like 10's not that big of a deal. It's like these are all big deals to us and like things that we think are like the most important.
So let's go on to 5. Orochimaru being revived. I thought that was in the top 5 because a lot of people sleep on Orochimaru. The fact that he was in Anko, like he's been chilling the whole time, knows everything that went on with the war, waited for his perfect opportunity to come out, and just Orochimaru's character, he's a snake. Like he's very manipulative. He waits for his chance to strike, and he lays in the shadows. And I was saying before, with the characters, like the villains in the show, there's always been one character in the shadows that we didn't know about. Originally, it was we didn't know that much about Itachi when it was like earlier in the show, and then Itachi's revealed. Then it was
Toby.
Not Toby.
Pain.
Pain, just a shadowy figure, and then Pain was revealed, and then it was Obito, or I'm sorry, Toby, and then Toby was revealed. So now that nobody actually, besides Sasuke, knows that Orochimaru is alive, I think it's huge to the villain aspect of the show.
Of what's to come.
And the fact that there's still someone working in the shadows. And it adds suspense and a little element of, to show, like, Naruto being unpredictable. Like, you don't know what Orochimaru is planning. Because he's already said to Sasuke, like, I'm not at full strength, but when I am, like, you're gonna know. So I think that's huge for what might happen, and also the fact that Orochimaru is going to be whispering in Sasuke's ear. So as much as people would like to think that Sasuke is going to be doing his own thing and like making his own decisions, Orochimaru's in the back, like always saying like, hey, like if it was me, I'd kill everyone. But that's just me, man. You do what
you can do. You're in charge here.
You're in charge. But like I'm just saying, like I would kill everyone. So
that's our top five. And the reason why that I think we should also make this like these at least this one. It was a very surprising moment. Like no one, I didn't expect it to happen. Like when I was like, oh yeah, like something with Anko and the curse seal. It's like Orochimaru, and it's like what the fuck. So I think that was a big moment. So we can move on to number 4, and number 4 I think is a great moment for a lot of people this year was the resolution of the Itachi Sasuke Kabuto fight with Izanami.
Yeah,
and so we learned Izanami. Really important technique probably for later on. I mean, just the amount of information you get in that one chapter alone is like a fucking info dump.
Yeah.
It's like there's a diagram. That's how intense it was. I think that was really awesome. Plus, you have Itachi and Sasuke having that like moment that they didn't really get in their when they first had their conflict, where like he died.
That was another fan moment because a lot of fans love Itachi and. The fact that he can go out as a hero this time was great because you were like, you know what, he's spent his whole life like trying to be the good guy and protect everyone and create peace, and he went out as a villain, and now this time he's going out as a hero, and everybody knows that. Well, not everybody, but like people know that somebody
like what he did and like what he sacrificed to get there, and I think that was a very strong moment, and it's also kind of telling of like. Sasuke as a character too, that moment, because it's like, Itachi's like, I can't make these decisions for you anymore. You need to make these decisions. I would really love it if you let this go, but you have to decide that. And then he ends up not letting it go, which is important for this, important for his character. So that's huge character growth. And he goes out instead of being like sad and angry at Itachi because he's like, oh, like you betrayed us, and it's like you sacrificed everything for me, and now I want revenge for you, not for the clan. For you, and I think that's big. And
also,
and himself
at the end with Itachi explaining everything that went on that night and how it actually went down. There's been a lot of gray, as everybody knows, on what happened that night, and seeing Itachi's perspective really added clarity to what went on, and
because he wasn't trying to game Sasuke like everyone else had been. Like Danzo's telling was clouded.
Yeah.
Toby's was definitely clouded.
Everyone did bits and pieces, and Itachi was like, yo, this is how it went down.
You need to make this decision.
And you choose what you want to do with it. But, like, this is the truth. And it's nice for the fans and for Sasuke to finally, like, know what went down with the Uchiha Massacre. And maybe we'll hear another story or rendering of what went down that night. But from what we can tell, that seems to be the most truthful. And even though Itachi's been known as a liar throughout the series, that moment was it seemed to be just all truth.
Yeah.
Like, he was like, I'm done lying to you. Like, I can't do this anymore. So, I thought that was huge in terms of Sasuke's growth. And because Sasuke directly affects Naruto, that's huge for the growth of the story and where the story may go to.
Yeah, especially their team up.
Yeah.
And I don't want to like make another moment of that, so we'll just move on to the next one. Number 3 is probably another one.
Well, before
sorry, go ahead.
Number 3, before everyone gets upset,
I was going to do the same thing. Yeah.
For number 3,
people are going to say this should be number 1.
This should be number 1. How could you not? We have our reasons, and this is a huge moment. But when you hear us out, you'll understand why.
Maybe where we're coming from.
Yeah. And if you don't like it, that's too damn bad. You already got this far. Watch the end of this.
Okay, so our number 3 is Obito. The reveal of Obito and his backstory. Yeah, huge moment this year. And honestly, it's been a moment long coming. And thank God it's finally passed.
And I personally at first was like, this should be number 1. This should be number 1. And then I talked, and he told me what he thought. And I said some stuff, and then he said some more stuff, and then we ate, and then we drank, and then we talked a little bit more, and then we got here, and my number 1 pick got dropped down to number 3.
I'm persuasive.
Yeah.
So we could talk about number 3. I mean, like, it's a great moment. It's in the top 3, so let's go right into it. Yeah. All right. So right. People. I mean, how long have we've been wondering who Toby was?
Literally years.
Yeah.
That's crazy to think. Like, you've invested years into this, into knowing who a character is. And we put it at number 3.
Yeah, I know.
Damn.
It was like, well, remember back when people were like, oh, it's Danzo, or it's what was the name of that one Uchiha that appeared
Kagami?
in yeah, Kagami, or it's Uzuna.
Uzuna.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's just so many people we thought it was. And this is why I think we labeled
Sasuke
it as
from
3.
The future?
Yeah, Sasuke from the future.
Really?
So I think maybe we can go into why we labeled that 3 instead of 1. At least this is what I think, is that the reason why there was so much debate about it is because we thought it was too easy for it to be Obito. Yeah.
It was almost the reason why Obito's identity got so, like, distorted was because of the fans. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, Kishimoto threw hints here and there that you're like, no, it can't be this. It's too obvious. His birth date, how old he is, it doesn't make sense.
The size doesn't match up. The power levels don't match up. And I mean, but that's a great part of that whole backstory too. Is like, like the fusion of like Obito and Zetsu, and like, that moment where like Rin died. We're including Rin's death in this moment too. Like, the backstory. I mean, it's a lot of moments, I guess, but it's huge plot reveal. Yeah. So I mean, like that one chapter where like Obito kills like all of those guys. Like, oh my god, that guy just went. I was just thinking about that too.
That was awesome with the blood everywhere.
Yeah. That's a great moment. And then
the backstory was also important because there's more answers that are needed. Like, it kind of just ended with
Kakashi. How did Madara and Obito meet up? Like, how does that happen?
Well, no, that was kind of explained. Like,
well, no, I mean, like that was revealed in this whole backstory. Is like how did that happen, and like like what changes Obito from like the kid who he was, almost kind of like Naruto, to like this guy he is now. Yeah. It was definitely a very telling. Like, Obito's character has really been developed this year, which has been, I think, it has been one of the major plot points of the series.
That was like the question that needed an answer. Like like who is he? And why is he doing this? Because even if you did think it was Obito, you were like why? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, even if you survived, why not just go back to the village? Mm-hmm. And like seeing his backstory and seeing his healing process and seeing Kakashi kill Rin and everything like that, and seeing how Obito saw it through Kakashi's eye and all that stuff, really gave you answers to the questions that we had.
It gives you some more questions too.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, the fact that he killed Rin and there was like no explanation of why gives us a whole new question that Kakashi needs to answer. And I'm sure that when we hear it, it should be something reasonable because it's Kakashi. But for now, I guess we have to wait. And that gives us hope for the future.
Mm-hmm. And to kind of segue into the next one, someone that does not have a future is Neji. Number 2, Neji's death. And some of you might be thinking, like, there's no way this should be this high on the list. Like, there's definitely people out there thinking that. Yeah. But we're going to explain. And it's a very new moment. And we even discussed this. It's like, are we saying it, putting it this high because it's so new? Yeah. And then maybe we just don't have time to process it and, like, put it in the right category. But, like, we were thinking about it. At least I was thinking about it. And we were talking about how important Neji has been involved in this series for like almost from the beginning. And, like, not only is it a big moment for Naruto as a character, it's a big moment for Hinata as a character, all of the, the Leaf ninjas. It's going to
completely change the dynamic of their relationship, and just
how shocking it was.
Yeah, like no one saw that coming. This was the moment where like Naruto has experienced death with Jiraiya, but he wasn't there. Mm-hmm. Like, Jiraiya's body didn't come back mangled and bloodied. He didn't have to experience holding like
his dead master in his arms or anything like that.
It was just like he's gone forever. Mm-hmm. And it's like, damn. And it was really hard for Naruto to get past. But, like, to have someone save your life and
at the cost of their own.
And the person that you love. Because he also saved Hinata at that point because she was going to save Naruto. Mm-hmm. And then to have to hold that person in your arms as he says, like, thank you for everything that you've done done for me.
Like, my life was your life. Yeah. And, it's a huge, powerful moment.
That just shows, like, Naruto as a manga and Naruto as a character are both developing and growing, because Naruto now realizes like this is life. This is real this shit. Like, you can't.
I'm not gonna kill my friends. Like that's one of the and he's always been very strong with that. Where like his promises is I keep my ninja code. Like when I make promises, I keep them. And to have like that break is a big for him too.
I think that's also good because Obito as a character experienced something along the same lines where he said he was going to protect his friends, and like he didn't, and he couldn't,
and that broke him.
And that broke him. Like the fact that Naruto said he was going to do something and it didn't work out that way,
and it almost did break him.
And it almost it almost broke him. But now he still has people to support him, and he needs to. It'll help him grow in the way that now he knows that you can't always save everyone, and that you can't like always be there for everyone and always win.
Yeah.
But like because you can't always win, it doesn't mean that you give up. And that's like Naruto's like ninja way, like never giving up. This has been probably the hardest time for him to not give up, and the fact that he's not giving up now is huge for the manga.
Yeah, and there's a whole other part of it too, where it's us as fans. It's a huge moment for us as fans because, I mean, you can go back to the videos where this happens, and we were all like, "What the fuck? Yeah. We didn't want this to happen. We wanted anyone else to die by Neji."
Anybody else? Like I think at one point we said, I don't know if we said it on camera, but we were talking about it. I was like, yeah, like.
I can see Ten dying.
See it's like
guy dying. What about Neji? No.
Neji's like the one character.
Neji's like the one character that can't die.
Like, why would you kill Neji? Like,
he's so
you can't kill him, and also like the level he was at. Like he was one of the most skilled ninjas, and he still bit the dust.
And it was right after Shikamaru's dad died too. So it was like we just lost one character that he was much more of a minor character. It's like, all right, well we just lost this one guy. We're not going to lose someone else again in another 5 chapters or something. Yeah. It was right after.
It was no break, and you got blindsided. Yeah. You did not see that coming from the start of the manga. You were like, oh, yo, Neji's gonna fight. We're gonna see some badass moves. Like this is when they come back because they just lost someone. So it's now the
plan's gonna go into action.
Yeah, Shinobi's turn. Like they're gonna take Madara down here, and it was just like, no, Neji's dead, and that's what's gonna happen. Enjoy your Christmas break.
And the way it was depicted too. And we're just gonna keep talking about this moment.
Yeah.
But like there was that 3-panel. Like I still remember the page. Like that's how great that moment was. But it was like there was that 3-panel as you slowly see the curse mark
disappear.
And he's like, that's when you knew. It was like, no, he can make it. He's not gonna make it.
I appreciated that so much because there's been so many other times. And in Naruto and in other mangas where like someone like dies
and then comes back even stronger.
You don't know if they're dead or not. Because it's a like you never know, like something could change. Edo Tensei, you never really know. And for the curse mark to disappear, it was like, damn, like
this is real.
This is real. Like this is not a joke. Like he's not gonna just get help. Like even
like no time for medical team.
Naruto was like, oh, someone get a medic, and they're like, and no like, yo, chill,
work, figure it out.
My lungs,
yeah. That wasn't just his lungs. It was like as long as his heart and his liver.
He got skewered. It was not a pretty sight.
No. So, and that's number 2. And like, so now we're gonna.
The reason why
keep going.
Just to clarify at the end, it's number 2 because in terms of growth of the show and Naruto, it just adds more than Obito being revealed because Obito we kind of knew
it's progression of story, whereas like this is emotional and like. I mean, it's surprising, and
it affects the show and the characters on so many different levels. And death is a very important element to storytelling. And I think that it was done very tastefully, and it was huge for the manga. Yeah, so that's why we put it as number 2.
It was a death done right, and it was. I think it was something that, like we said, that's missing from manga is death done right, and so that was a great moment. So, and now we're on
number one.
Number 1.
I feel like at this point, like if you can't guess what it is, then you don't really know Naruto that well.
Or maybe you just like don't care that this happened, and I don't know how you couldn't.
But like I think this was huge, and I think it's huge because it affects everything that happens from here. After this moment happened, everything was different.
Everything changed.
Everything changed,
and it's gonna have a huge impact for the remainder of the series.
This is going to be the defining moment. This is the moment they're going to look back on and say, like, this is when it happened. Shit hit the fan.
This is D-Day of Naruto.
This is when, like, shit got real and, like, games were over.
War happened.
And
this is, and I guess we're going to say, this is Madara's revival.
Number 1. Madara's revival. So, first off, from the beginning of his revival, it was fucking awesome because everybody else's, the coffin door just like fell down and it was like, hey, I'm alive. What's going on here?
I don't want to do this.
Madara steps out and
he doesn't step out. He kicks the shit out of that door.
He blows the door off.
Yeah.
He blows the door off. Like, no ifs, ands, or maybe. Like, done. Mm-hmm. Steps out. No confusion on, like, what's going on here. He knows it's a Tensai, and he's like, this is fucking bullshit. Why am I being brought back by this bullshit-ass technique?
Yeah. I had a plan.
He's like, I had a plan, and this is not part of the plan. What's going on? Mm-hmm. So, I thought that was awesome, because that shows, like, how much influence Madara has
on the series.
It's like being in prison and having guys on the outside running your business. Mm-hmm. Like, that's what Madara was at. Like, he had a plan for even when he was dead.
All of Shippuden was based on Madara's plan.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like, up until the moment he comes back, I mean, like, you know, as soon as we meet Itachi, that was happening. Like, I mean, even before that, with Orochimaru being part of Akatsuki, before that, I mean, like...
Yeah, everything's been...
Madara has been probably one of the most influential people in the series, probably behind Naruto.
Yeah.
And, dude, it's the name of the show. Like, the name of the fucking manga.
It should be called Madara.
No, it shouldn't.
No, I'm just...
Should be Naruto and manga. Madara.
So...
But, just... The badassery.
Yeah.
And, like, and the way they were even the way they revealed it was good. It wasn't just like, oh, this just happened. It was like they were building it up a little bit. Like,
there was that, like, who's in that coffin? Like, oh my god, who could this be?
Toby's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
This is not... And this is when we thought he was Madara for some... Like, he was like, I'm Madara. And he's like, oh, fuck, this is... Oh, shit.
Yeah, this is like the real... so... Madara is back, and he's fighting the Kages.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was a nice little fight. It really showed you how...
Like, the difference in power level.
How OP Madara is. He's
like, no one's as good as the first. I mean, I can't believe I'm even fighting these people. You guys are all scrubs.
And, not, like, the fact that you have 5 Kages, like...
The 5
I feel like when you read the
strongest ninjas
in the ninja world. And he was taking all 5 of them on at the same time, and every single time they coordinated an attack that looked... like perfect. He was just like, oh, by the way, I have this. And
magic bubble shield.
He always had a move. So that really, again, shows you the level
of skill.
But the level that Naruto needs to reach to defeat him. Like, think about it. Naruto needs to be as strong as the 5 Kages now. Like, he needs to be able to basically take on all 5 of them. His power needs to dwarf their powers. And then on top of that, dwarf Madara's power, because
or even I
don't think it can be an even thing.
Naruto, Killer Bee, and the Alliance need to have the coordination and power that beats the 5 Kages, which is a lot.
But at the same time, even to beat the 5 Kages, I don't think that's enough to beat Madara because
he handled them so easily.
Like he beat them and went to the next battle.
He cut Tsunade in half with a tree.
Yeah,
that defies physics. It's like it's crazy. I mean, he cuts mountains in half, and you're like...
Perfect, like... like, just thinking about how strong Madara is, and how calm and collected Madara is, and then the worst part about it is, he's not even a Jinchuriki with the 10 tails yet.
I know.
God forbid he gets the 10 tails, like, I don't know what's... I might
then
just
we
stop
do
reading.
name the manga not Madara.
Madara, because
it's like, what the fuck?
I'm trying to figure out what Naruto can do to get to that level, like...
We were like, what do we do? What did you do here? Like, what happens if this plan comes to fruition? Like,
Obito, in my opinion, is not even close to the level that he would need to be at to defeat Madara. And Naruto was having... Naruto, Guy, Killer Bee, and Kakashi were all having a hard time like, fighting Obito. Now, you have Madara, who brought himself back with Edo Tensei, which was another huge thing.
He's like... I was like, when they're like, oh my god, we beat Kabuto. Madara's not a problem anymore. Oh, wait.
He is.
And he makes it even worse. Because he fucking does it to himself, and now you have to beat him to beat him.
And the funniest thing about that is the fact that he doesn't want an undead body. He wants a living body, which is crazy because if you think about that, right now he's incredibly powerful. Like, he has unlimited chakra, a body that can't die, and all his techniques and everything. But he still wants to be alive so we can get the 10 tails. Now, if he wants to be alive, how strong will he be with the 10 tails? Like...
It's just crazy. And it's like... And it's a great... And it shows, like, planning on Kishimoto's part, where it's like, all right, I'm going to bring him back with Edo Tensei, but he's not going to want to do this. He's going to be one of the Ten-Tails Jinchurikin, and like he has to like become human again. So that's why Obito is there in the first place. Obviously, as the Renegade. It's like it's just all these moments combined to this one amazing moment where Madara kicks the shit out of that door.
And in terms of what can happen from it, now that Madara is back and he's working with Obito, you can already see that there's a conflict building between Obito and Madara, that their plans aren't compatible, and that though they're working together and though they both need each other, they both feel the other one is disposable. Or, if anything, Madara feels Obito's disposable
but necessary.
And Obito realizes that he's necessary, but he knows that he is disposable when the time comes. So that shows what might come between them. But then there's the element of Naruto and Madara and the Ten-Tails, and Madara and Sasuke, because there's been a lot of mentioning between Sasuke's chakra being very similar to Madara's and as menacing, and the similarities between how they look and stuff, and just how Sasuke's been growing in terms of his techniques and his motives and everything. So there's a small relationship between those two. And just everything, regardless of what you think, everything is focused on Madara right now.
Yeah.
Everything's led up to Madara.
To Madara being here and Madara's plan coming to possible fruition.
From the day Naruto was born.
Yeah. Yeah.
From the start of the show, the Nine-Tails attacking the village, it has always been about Madara. Obito's
plan,
everything.
Everything revolves around him.
And the fact that Madara is now here and alive and a character, it's the biggest thing to happen to Naruto.
I never thought it would happen. Like in the beginning of the show? Never thought... I thought Madara and the first Hokage were like these gods that were talked about but never seen or never shown. And then they like show like, oh, this is like the aftermath of their fight. And like it's like, oh my god, this is so epic. But then like to have him... And not only have him, but have him stronger than he was in life. Yeah. With the Renegade and like the cells of the first. And it's just like... It's like, oh my god. Like it's just like these levels of power you didn't even fathom.
For everyone that... might not agree with us right now, think of it this way. Imagine if Madara was the first Hokage. Imagine if the first Hokage was resurrected. I feel like it's... You don't want to, like... You don't want this to be... Well, you don't want this to be the number one spot because it's Madara and he's the bad guy. But imagine if the first Hokage came back. I guarantee you everyone would be like, no, the first Hokage... Or the fourth Hokage was resurrected. Imagine if the fourth came back and he was helping out the shinobi. That would be the biggest moment of the year. But because obviously they didn't come back or anything like that, Madara coming back is the biggest moment of this year.
I almost want to say that I feel like it's more important that he's as a villain he comes back, because I mean we always talked about like the power creep of Naruto and being like, oh, okay, he's fighting all these ninjas, he's fighting Orochimaru, he's fighting Akatsuki, he's fighting Pain. It's like these are big characters, but like Madara, like you just never thought it would happen, like or it's like, oh, Madara, when we thought like Toby was Madara, he's like, oh, he's a shell of the former self, so he's nowhere near as strong, but it's like the full extent of Madara's power is happening at this moment, and it's just like you can't.
And the power...
Can't let it pass.
This is a fight that, like, every other fight Naruto's been in, there's always been hope. Yeah. He's always had something up his sleeve. Naruto's come out with his most powerful moves, and they've done nothing.
Like, Bijou Bombs, fuck that, man. It's like wow.
Child's play. Yeah. So, the fact that, like, he's come out with his biggest moves, and they've been, like, light work for Madara, just shows the power difference. And this is the only, like, he has everyone backing him up now, but Naruto's moves are pretty devastating. I don't know what moves they're gonna pull out that are really gonna, and I know that supposedly like this plan revolves around Naruto, but like I can't see whatever they're planning to do to be working.
Yeah. But this is, I mean, we should probably wrap it up. It's been a pretty long video. But thank you guys for watching this, and this has been a great year for Naruto. We've loved this. I mean, thank God. Like, I mean, I'm really glad we started doing this when we did.
I'm glad that our channel has gotten as big as it is. Like, every week I come back, and we got more and more people watching our videos, commenting, subscribing. I want to say thank you. I honestly love doing this. I think we all want to say
thank you. I wish we could have everyone here.
Reed, Ronnie, Matt.
Matt's somewhere.
Yeah, Matt's doing his thing. But thank you guys so much for a great year. Thank you for all your comments. Thank you for all the people that come back every week and comment and tell us that we're doing a good job and you like what we're saying. And if you want to see something from us, feel free to message us on our Facebook page. Let us know what you want to see from us. We're just trying to create a place where people that like anime, Naruto, Bleach, One Piece can just gather and talk. Like,
yeah, I mean, we never expected it to be as. I mean, you know, we're not like huge.
Yeah,
but we never expected people to actually watch us. Like, I mean, I think we were like, we got 20 views, 20 people watched us, and now we're getting like 6,000
we got like
views.
14,000 on the Neji. No, it's like 21,000.
21,000, and like we talk about it, and it's like just it's mind-boggling to us, and it's like we know like just that people are interested enough to listen to us talk about a manga.
We could be off camera, and this is what we do anyway. Like, we would do this every week, regardless of, like, whether people watched us or not. Like, we could get 0 views on a video, and it wouldn't change the fact that I enjoy doing this. But because you guys all come out and log on and watch our videos, it means a lot. So, thank you.
So, yeah, this is a thank you. You know, this is, I mean, like, and this is exactly why John and I wanted to do this. It was like, you know, we wanted to show, like, our favorite moments of this year. But, I mean, I think one of our favorite moments has been creating NarutoFanFB, and thank you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Next week, there's no chapter.
No chapter. We'll probably try to put something out anyway.
Yeah, we're going to try to get some
something like
content,
this,
other videos, something like that.
Blooper reel.
God, I hate these breaks.
I know.
But we're in for a good chapter next week, or the week after.
Week after, yeah.
So look forward to that. Again, thank you. Big things to come from 2013. We'll see you guys
next week.
Next week.
Yeah.